Good morning, everybody. So here I am, hoping everybody's having a great day down by the river today. Down by the beautiful river. I love the water. I love the water. I love the peace and the birds. I don't know. Can you hear the birds? I love the birds. My first thing in the morning is listening to the birds. Oh, anyway. So as part of my introduction to introducing myself as who I am, and in the last couple of videos you heard a little bit about me. Well, I was asked when, how, where, all these questions about how I became a spiritualist. And to be perfectly honest, I swear to goodness, I was just born this way. I have been a free thinker my entire life. My aunt always goes, oh, you can't be a free spirit your entire life. You have to get this going, and you got to do this, and you got to do that. My grandma would always say, oh, Roxanne, why worry about stuff like that? My mom, she would laugh at me and never understood where I would come up with some of the things that I would come up with. But that's okay. That's in the past. And in all my life, I have researched and read and studied and every religion you can think of. Every religion, every spiritual route, every avenue that you can think of. And I love it all. About 15, 20 years ago, I came across an article that a Nancy Tappy discovered in the 60s that there were these blue aura around the babies that were being born around that time. I, not to show my age, but was born in the 60s. And I fit a lot of the criteria of the indigo babies, the indigo children. So, I think I'm an indigo. You take it from what you think. It's quite all right. Everybody has their own opinion or their own thought system. But as an indigo, you're a free thinker. You're free spirited. You want to change the world. You think outside of the box. You're creative. A truth seeker. And at that, for one thing, I can honestly say truth seeker is one of the things I have tried to master in the spiritual world, in the religious world, the spirits, That's me. That started when I was a child. I was born this way, so I cannot pinpoint how I became, where I became a spiritualist. I'm just a spiritualist. Yesterday, we had a spreading of the ashes of a very, very good friend of mine, like the brother I never had. I am an only child, so when I get into my soul clan, I take it full-heartedly. And he was a part of my soul clan. I swear to goodness he was. And still is. I still hear his voice every now and then. He's been gone now about 7 years. I love him like my brother. He was my brother, is my brother. And I hear him sometimes, Even though when he was in his human form, he would pick on me about my spirituality, about, the things I would say and do, and he would shake his head. But that's the way he was. And I think deep in his sarcastic personality, that he kind of agreed with me, because we would still talk and we would still do things and talk about the spiritual world, and live and let live. And no, the stories could go on forever. And I really don't have forever to sit and videotape. So we'll discuss more of that again on another time. But in the meantime, just so that you are aware, I'm just a spiritualist living in a human form, wanting to spread love and joy. I see litter across the river, and I'm not very happy about it. I don't know if you can see that. Where am I? Oh, right there. Oh, where am I? Right there. Litter. Ugh. Not very happy. I seen a documentary last week. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I seen a documentary on Mother Earth. Not just Mother Earth. I mean everything, anything that a human can do to protect our planet. And the scientists that I watched that day were saying that if every single person planted a tree every single year for 6 years, we could actually save our planet. So if you have a household of two, that'd be 2 trees a year for 6 years. Family of four, that's 4 trees a year for 6 years. So you see, you can change the planet, change the global warming. What kind of mission I'll be on. I'll be looking for trees to plant and where to plant them. And I was already looking at some property up on the Bay of Green Bay, to be closer to the water. A little cheaper across the bridge than it is here. I love the property on Peshtigo River here, but that's a little on the expensive side for me. Anyway, so now that you know a little bit more about me, I will see you again next week. Peace and love, my friends. Have a good rest of your weekend. Ta-ta.